What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Hopefully you guys are gonna have a wonderful day today, as I have so far this morning. You guys saw I hooked myself up with some breakfast, and it was very good. So I call that my fifth wheel breakfast, because you know that's where it was at. Anyways, bacon, eggs, yeah, good stuff. And I had my coffee. Gotta have your coffee. But anyways, guys, I want to give a quick shout out to Redneck Lifestyle from Canada. His name is Walter, and go check out his channel, guys. He does cooking. He's not a trucker, but he does different types of cooking. He loves doing barbecues, which is sad that I'm from Texas and I don't know how to barbecue. And this gentleman's from Canada. Not that that's a problem or anything, but he's really good at making barbecue, and me, yeah, not so good. But anyways, welcome, guys, to the channel. If you're new to the channel, if you already been subscribed, guys, well, welcome back. Like always, just happy to be alive out here in the woods, taking a quick deep breath of fresh air before I go hit the city air, which you guys already know that's not as healthy. But so we're going to be going through New York City. Well, we're going to go through the GW, George Washington Bridge, right through New York City. I think it's the Bronx. Don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong if I'm not correct with that, because I haven't been up here in years. I haven't been up to Massachusetts probably in 15 years, probably around there. And so it's been a long time since I've been up there. But let's see, New York, New York's probably been about 3 to 4 years. The only way I got there was because I talk about trying to get you to your objective. You know how I am, guys. I love to be going out exploring and checking out different things. Sorry for the road noise of all my brothers and sisters going by, and as I put the camera in, nobody goes by as far as trucks. But anyways, it was a chore to get there. I walked about 2 miles, then I got on a bus that took me from Jersey over to Manhattan, and then I got on a subway for a little bit to get to where I wanted to be, because I wanted to go to B&H, which, if you guys don't know where B&H is, it's a huge just electronics store. And their main thing, well, I don't know if that's their main thing, but one of the things that they do well is video cameras and just everything that has to do with filming and all that stuff. They have a lot of that stuff there. Music, just every kind of electronics. So my goal was to get there, and I didn't have a lot of money, but it was to buy at least something. I bought a battery for one of my cameras. I mean, yeah, whatever. But anyways, I did all that journey just so I can get myself a battery, but the point is that I got one. And that's just how I am. Unfortunately, I wasn't doing videos at that time yet, so I didn't get to take you guys along. But if it ever happens and things get better as far as everything that's going on, I will definitely take you to Manhattan if I am in this situation again, which is very rare. Very rare. But if we get the chance, we're going to go and walk around, so that should be exciting. But without further ado, guys, let's hit the road, because yeah, it's time to go. Well, guys, this is why it's so important to do pre-trips. I was checking the lights, and this fuse right here was blown. So all my marker lights were not working, and I'll make sure all these are good. Everything seems to be, all the rest of them seem to be fine. Got our lights back on, but we have 2 issues. We have this light right here is not working, and that light back there is not working as well. All the rest of them are up and going, so there you go. Everything else is working. So what really sucks is that I'm about to get ready to roll. I need to get rolling because I have a tight schedule, but now I have to deal with this. It's just part of the job. Things happened and you got to figure it out. So that's why pre-trips are so important. After further inspecting, you see what I told you? That lights, that something might have got unplugged or some wires are touching. It's exactly what's going on. I fixed that one up there. That one's now working. Everything's off right now, so it's not going to show that it's on. But this one here is the problem. I'll be able to look in there. But this, the wire to go see, it's unplugged and it was touching metal, and it made the fuse pop. So there's your issue right there. Should be able to pop that back in and everything should be good to go. Things always look simpler than what they were. So got it going, which is good. But when I pulled the wire, it undid the wire in there, and I had to fish and look at all this. I had to mess around with all the wires and fish and try to plug everything back in. Luckily it was the plug kind, so it just plugged on the inside. But if I would have had to take all the wiring out to resplice it, get it back connected, oh, that would have sucked. But anyways, we gotta go, guys. We gotta go. Guys, you're coming to the Northeast, woo, you better be prepared. As I am not ever. It is an act of Congress if you accidentally pass your exit up. Because it's not easy just to, turn around and go back. No. No. You have to literally drive 5, 10 miles, whatever, just to find a way to turn around. Just to find a way to turn around. And that is not including turning around. Now, most states and most states is to turn around is pretty simple. It's a quick exit, go underneath the bridge, get back on the road, or get off the exit, do a clover leaf, and just keep on following the clover leaves until you end up back where you need to be. Not here. Nope. Not here. Around here you have to, in a lot of places, now there are some places like that, but there's a lot of places that you have to exit, follow a little road, turn here, turn there, follow another little road, finally make it under the bridge, follow another little road, and finally get back. Literally an act of Congress just to turn around if you mess up. So yeah, rookie drivers and those drivers that don't come up here often, like myself, gotta be on top of your game for sure. And there are an infinity amount of low bridges if you end up on the wrong streets. Parkways, guys, in New York, do not ever get on a parkway. And there are signs that'll tell you not to do it, but don't ever get on a parkway, because most of the parkways, or all the parkways that I know of, have low bridges. They look like nice, beautiful freeways, but they're not for us. And you will make your truck convertible. Just letting you know, just in case. But yeah, I'm still trying to get there. Earlier I stopped, went to get fuel, and got off at to go to a Pilot. And this is why I'm telling you what I'm telling you. It was just a weird ordeal. You exit off the freeway, drive about a quarter mile, go back over the freeway, make a U-turn, get back on the freeway, and quickly merge to your left as far as you can, and then the exit is that way. And then you have to drive another like a mile to get to the actual truck stop, which is in town. Kind of weird. Got my fuel, and there's a retention wall in front of me, so I can't just make a left to get back on the freeway. So now I have to take a right out of the truck stop, go down a quarter mile, go over a bridge, do all the loop-de-doos and whoop-de-doos and all that cool stuff, and get back on the freeway. And then I accidentally passed up my entrance again, so I had to go down again, go do a whole bunch of more whoop-de-doos and loop-de-doos, and finally got headed in the right direction. So, woo! Well guys, I finally made it, was able to unload, and everything went smooth. Unfortunately, the time that I got there was past my scheduled time, and I ended up having where the gentleman that unloaded me had to stay over a couple hours, and I do apologize for that. You know, just things happen. I showed up to the facility, and I was sent to the shipping and receiving office. When I got to the shipping and receiving office, I get off the truck and I'm walking towards the docks, because of course I know I don't belong in docks, because we don't unload in docks, of course. And the guy that's at the dock, he comes at me, you know, with like an attitude, like, what are you doing here? And I said, well, I don't know, the guard sent me here. And he's like, well, you know, such and such person. I was like, yeah, you know, the older lady inside the security center. Oh, I can't believe she sent you here. Well, I didn't make it up how I got here. You know what I mean? I didn't make it up of how I just poof appeared here. He's like, well, where are you supposed to go? Again, I don't know. I was sent here. I mean, the dude was just straight up with an attitude, like, I don't know. Was he having a bad day? Because later, when I spoke to the gentleman that unloaded me, he actually says that the guy's pretty cool. So maybe he was just having a bad day. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But you come out barking at somebody, don't expect for them. You know, I am 99% of the time, I'm going to come at you with courtesy, with respect. I'm going to talk to you with respect. Yes, sir. No, sir. You know, that's just the way I was raised to be, and that's just the way I've always been. And I will treat you and talk to you with respect. But if you come at me trying to bark down my throat as soon as you don't even let a word come out of my mouth, well, you know, you gotta kind of bark back sometimes. Now, I'm not gonna go crazy, go berserk, but you know, I'm gonna stand my ground as well, because I mean, that's just not cool. But you deal with people like that out here, and you gotta learn to deal with it. You know, more and more you have to learn to deal with that, learn to deal how to talk to people. And there's a lot more good interactions than bad interactions, I'll tell you, I guess, put it that way. Yeah, and then he grabbed my paperwork. Anyway, you know, he grabbed my paperwork, and he's like, well, I'm not an information booth. And I'm like, well, I'm not asking you if you're an information booth. I'm asking you, where am I supposed to go? But if you don't want to tell me, hey, that's fine. I can go back to the wherever security and tell her that you said that she didn't know what you were talking about. And so he grabbed my paper, and he didn't say anything else. He went and was making some phone calls, and finally he figured it out where I was supposed to go. And then he calmed down, but I mean, he wasn't, you know, didn't apologize or anything. He just calmed down, and he's like, well, you're supposed to go back there. I'll call the guy to meet you back there. Cool. Wasn't that hard? But anyways, guys, yeah, the gentleman that unloaded me, great guy, great conversation. Just had a, you know, real good productive conversation with him. We spoke about all kinds of stuff. He's actually a big outdoorsman, loves fishing. Just all the way around, like seemed like a real good dude. He was telling me about his son that went to college, and just, you know, just a proud man talking about his son and talking about his job. He'd been at that company for 30 years. They made grinding wheels there. This product that I brought was to help bound, you know, it's like a binding, like an adhesive for the grinding wheels. I always like to ask what they make wherever I go. I'm just, you know, the curious George in me want to know, right? So got that done. But anyways, so that's all over with, said and done, and now we're just gonna wait for our next mission. I think we're gonna go to New Jersey and reset, see what happens for the next load. But guys, thank you guys again for joining me. Guys, don't forget to be kind to one another. Help anybody needs help. Anybody contemplating suicide, 1-800-273-8255. Military men and women, thank you so much for your service and for your sacrifices that you have made for us and my family. Thank you so much. See y'all next video. Peace. Wait now, before you leave, don't forget, I love you.